Farm groups found themselves divided on some issues in the legislature this year. Nebraska Farmers Union stood against a couple of bills aimed at expanding livestock. Here's your NTV's Grow interview.
Pretty significant piece of legislation for Nebraska agriculture, right?
It really is. It's a very big issue, and in our view, LB 176 would, in a very major way, structurally, economically, socially, and environmentally change the way that we produce hogs in the state of Nebraska. So it was not a minor issue. Yes, we do things different in Nebraska than they do other states. And by the way, we also do it better because we are more environmentally responsible and we have more local ownership. And that means we get 3 times more economic benefit for feeding livestock than corporate livestock provides.
How much concern do you have about Smithfield and the Chinese connection?
It's a big issue by virtue of the fact that Smithfield is owned by the Chinese government. They have 887,000 sows. That is more than twice as many sows as the next 6 largest hog producers in the country together have. So they have already completely dominated farrowing. They are the big player in processing. And this is a part of China's effort to secure their national food security needs. But if you think about it, they really do that at the expense of our own domestic food security. That's not a good bargain or a good trade-off.
So explain to folks where this bill stands, what happened here today then.
Well, last night they got the 34 votes that they needed for cloture. They got 28 votes on the bill to move it from general file to select. Today it got second round consideration, and so after 4 hours of additional debate and on top of the 8 hours on general file yesterday, then it was time for a cloture vote. And today they didn't get 34, they got 31. And so that's too short of what they needed to be able to end debate. And so for this session, LB 176 has been parked.
You add that with the 106, the livestock matrix bill, and the way that bill ends up being a voluntary system and not the mandatory the way it came down. This session could have come out a whole lot differently in terms of some policy issues affecting livestock.
We testified on 38 bills in committee this year. We only opposed 6, but the 2 that we oppose the most are the 2 that we have also had the most success in opposing. So while we'd a lot rather be helping play on the positive side, which we do for the most part, these were 2 very important bills to change. And certainly the local planning and zoning was a huge issue. It's a huge issue for our organization. It's been front and center with Farmers Union's commitment to local control and local planning and zoning. Those are the folks who know best what they want at the local level, and they are the only players who have a vested interest in getting it right, because if they do make a mistake, they're going to live with it, and they're eventually going to be in the best position to be able to change it. So that was a very significant victory on LB 106, and this was a very significant victory today on corporate pork.
Your Grow forecast coming up, and later on, a fun video that you just will not want to miss. Stay with us.